Alphinaud is ready to take to the road once more. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I've yet to set foot in Yulmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come, from here we must head west, and then cross a small bridge. I guess we'll leave this place unattended. Kalusha. Seems peaceful, does it not? Almost familiar? I had a similar impression of the Crystarium. Even in this distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck the source, a reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. No! Get away from me! Oh, it's a woman. Never mind. No! Get away from me! Over there! Quickly, someone's in trouble.
Oh, thank the fates! Look out!
I don't know why I said it like that. I thought it was that thing speaking for some reason. Oh, thank the fates! Look out! And dead.
My poor heart. Thank you, miss. Thank you, young miss.
Hold on. Oh my god, my arm itches, and it's in such a weird place that I have to fucking pull both my arms away just to scratch it.
Ah, there you are. In my haste, I lost my bearings, but I see you have the situation well in hand. Fine work. Are you all right, madam?
Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as they once were, and I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I let that stop me. I should probably leave my old house behind and queue up outside Yulmore with the rest of them. Doubt those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than us staying here.
One would hope. Either way, I suggest you avoid wandering alone, lest you make the Sin Eater's task any easier.
Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I'm sure a strapping lass like you has little to fear, but I wouldn't linger long in this place. There's naught to be had here but cobwebs and memories.
"'Tis as the lady says. Many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Yulmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters?" "Well, you see, they fucking suck." "Ah, yes, Alice would be well qualified to speak on the subject. Compared with Amarang, Kalusha is almost a haven, but as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived but a few moments later, the Sin Eaters would have claimed yet another victim." "Still, we've won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return to where the road forks and follow the path that leads west." Whoa! Alright, a ways to go. Germinant? Germa? And here we are.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town, the dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
Aptly named. Open Arms.
I thought I recognized you. Brought a new friend, eh?
Yo!
I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
What's that mean?
She's not here to compete. Leave her be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please!
Is that a fucking jester? It is. Really make a spectacle of it now, don't they? I'm sure I won't like these people at all.
Hopeful petitioners, one and all, Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu.
Nice.
Who
What a
among you
steal.
will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We might not at all.
Are you fucking rhyming at me?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Cool, the slave trade.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, well, what have we here? An extra share of meal to celebrate our newest resident. For you. Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gate Town,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on
Apparently.
it to survive in these times of scarcity, yet the whole arrangement just seems, well,
You ever heard of Soylent
Let's
Green?
just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Hi. You don't look like you belong here. How much gil you have? What's the stuff made of? I can't see in the corner there. It's so fucking fuzzy. What was that? 1 minute. Come right in. Now you understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won via a contest with the ever-changing rules. They say this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Yulmore's current ruler came into power. Yet from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from their shared struggle against the sin eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways that they can improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched now. I worry that, well, mayhap you should just take a turn around Gatetown and judge the situation for yourself. Go, take the measure of Gatetown. I shall wait here. One is back where we came from. But, more importantly, Tithe. This place has a stink to it, eh? Well, I've not been here for long myself, but I could get you the lay of the land if you want, newcomer. What do you do here? Much of the same as everyone else, I suppose. Just trying to survive. Used to be a fisherman, but then I got it into my head that Yulmore was the place for me. No more shivering on a boat, or scaling fish in a shack. No, sir. Wasn't long before I realized my fishing skills weren't exactly in high demand. Still, Gatetown ain't so bad. Not once you learn to ignore the smell any road. I have no desire to go back to where I was. When I left, I cut ties with everything. My home, my family, all of it. I'm content to live on the leavings from the Yulmore tables, and await my chance to seize the good life. What kind of place is this? What? Gatetown? It's a place to feed on the scraps that fall on your face as you look up and hope and dream. At least with Lord Vauntry in charge, we've not to fear from the eaters, and you can't hardly complain when they hand out food and ask for naught in return. Once you're chosen, though, they say it's like living in a whole another world. You just need to polish a scale and get yourself noticed by a free citizen. One day, my friend, one day. One day, my friend. One day. Oh, a bubbling cockpot. A large pot bubbles over the flame. Pale chunks. Meal, you realize. Floating in the other was plain broth. I see. Preoccupied petticoat. Hey, what's that there? Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Every day I dream of the life that awaits me. Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside those walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? Ah, Yulmore, you taunt me with your promised bounty. Ah, this guy.
Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting a slice of Yulmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch that sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gatetown's not much to look at, but at least it's safe, and the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. Do I savor it piece by piece or gobble it all in one go?
You're looking to get inside. Of course you are. Who wouldn't want to live each day with a full belly and a pretty partner on each arm, eh? Aye, that's the way of it around here. Talk to somebody and they'll walk away without even responding. You've seen what Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts of meal, and believe Yulmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet no matter how I frame my encouragement, they seem unwilling, nay, unable, to conceive of any other way of life. Alphinaud wears a look of profound disapproval. You disapprove of Yulmore? Knowing Alphinaud, it's the top one. You disapprove of these people's way of life? Disapprove? It frustrates me, certainly. That's just only part of it, though. The whole situation makes me uneasy. Not that it matters. However unjust the system seems to me, if these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Yulmore's Lagis are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the lands are left empty and untended, hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nay, I'm not convinced that Yulmore's generosity truly serves the best interest of Colucha's people. I'm not so naive to think there is some miraculous solution to all this. Yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as this chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hands of a capricious noble. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Yulmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate that you arrived when you did, Floxy. I have been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city, and if all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the island. The Ondo they are called, though you and I know them as Sahagin. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos, and rarely have dealings with the land dwellers. But as Hataru took such great pains to impress upon me during our stay in Kugane, business favors the bold, and so I reached out to them. I duly discovered that Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to procure such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. An attractive business venture for any prospective investor. Why did I say it like that? Would you not agree? Surely the most jaded Yulmorean lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. My appointment with the Ondo is due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on the shore. Might you help me make the exchange? Sorry. Ow. Excellent. I should be glad of your company. First things first. We must pay a visit to Mosha Moa, my supplier and right. Come, it is just to the northwest of here. Gee, I wonder if maybe we shouldn't have talked about your plans in the middle of a fucking town that's looking to get into this place at any means necessary. Almost seems like a bad idea or something. This is Mosha, the farmer of who I spoke. Mosha Moa. Is there something I can do for you, friend? Good day to you, Mosha Moa. This is my associate Floxy. We're here to collect the produce I purchased. I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? I know of no such person. Mr. Lad, short blue hair? No? He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Confound it, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. If this charlatan was here not long ago, he mustn't have got far. We should split up and search the area. You find a vantage point on the south side of town, and I shall take the west. Forgive me, I had no cause to doubt the lad. Still, he shouldn't be hard to spot with that blue hair of his. Wow, who would have fucking guessed that this was gonna happen? It's almost like this always happens every time Alphinaud does fucking anything. He doesn't think anything through and shit goes fucking wrong for it. The simplest fucking thought processes do not go through his skull. He's like, oh, I know, I'll go into politics, and then he fucking ruins the entire political economic system. Oh, I know, I'll tell you my plan of what we're going to do in the back-ridden fucking parts of town, right outside the gate where everyone wants to get in. Everyone will do anything to get in here, so let me tell you my plan in excruciating detail. Oh yes, I haven't even gotten the items yet, it's still over in the town right over there too, so we have to go and get it right now. But wait, let me finish up what I'm saying first and then we'll go. Fucking Alphinaud. Search the surroundings for a male mistel with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a likely suspect and inspect him with the left mouse button. Can't even fucking move this shit around. There he is. That's a shoe bill. This creature is making no effort to avoid detection. It is not a mistel. Fuck, I could have sworn. You've located your quarry. I will destroy you, young man. Fluxy, any sign of him? Yeah, he's right fucking there. He just started running, actually. We should probably go get him. You have a keen eye. Let us move in before he makes a good escape. Before he makes good his escape. Here we go.
There you are.
Nice.
The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear, must it be Yulmore or nothing? What of the Crystarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmorans' interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
Don't smile at that. He's giving away everything. I mean, sure, we don't necessarily need to stay there, unlike him. But, fuck, we still need to get in.
This was but one path. There will be others.
Fair.
But for young Kai Shir, it was the difference between life and death. I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless?
Quite possibly, meaning we'd better think of a new plan. It's not who you are.
I suppose not. Were a Stinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alphinaud, ever the slave to sentiment.
But I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending. Shall we return to Rite then? Is that? I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
Okay. Tu calibri. Jump.
Here, he's breathing, I think. Though he won't last long without help. That should take care of the worst of his injuries. Mercy, mercy.
Oops. What did he say?
Mercy, mercy, I beg of you. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. The poor man is shivering. Pray, keep an eye on him while I go get a fire going. I thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristel. I was invited into Yulmore to work as an artist. A wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them. But when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turned me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Varthry's city. Within days they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the God's damn ocean. From up there? How were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. Though if you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous.
The citizens condone such barbaric punishment? Without a second thought, when Lord Thalthree passes judgment, no one so much as blinks, let alone argues. In Yulmore, his word is law. That fire's chased the chills from my bones. Thank you again. The more I hear of Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. I shall bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city. There must be something we can do. First, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. Away into the city. I'm going to explore a bit before I go turn this in. So